We are draftexpress.com here in Badalona, Spain. We're here with Pep Claros, the assistant coach of DKV Joventut. Pep, tell me about the system that you guys run here. It's one of the more up-tempo, high-scoring systems in Europe. What can you tell me about it?
Okay, first of all, okay, we can talk about offense, but our system is offense and defense. In defense, our idea is to press as much as we can. So the original idea is to stay 40 minutes with a lot of players, with a lot of rotation, avoiding all rest that you can imagine on the court. That you can stay more than 5 minutes if you want to play a maximum of intensity, and this is what we try to do: change and rotate players in order to have a high level of intensity on defense. Then of course we want to trap, we want to fake traps, we want to switch and trap again, and we want to do a lot of stuff when allow us to have a lot of risks for sure, but also cause a lot of trouble and a lot of turnovers to the opponent. And on offense, our idea is don't play just systems where all the teams can scout and prepare something. Try to give some, let's say, freedom to the players and try to teach them how to read some situations and improve specific concepts like pick and roll, or when the ball goes inside, or what we're doing when we are running from defense to offense, so our secondary break. So try to do a lot of stuff where the players must decide what is best for the team and different situations during the game. Also, we don't have a specific. We cannot say that we have a true point guard, or we cannot say that we have a specific big guy on the low post. So we try to combine a lot of players in a lot of situations where it's difficult for the opponents when they want to prepare something specifically, like they want to scout a player or a play or something like that.
Right. Is this the same system that you guys ran last year with Coach Aito, who's now in Malaga?
I can tell you because I was not here, but of course the head coach was 3 years with the head coach, and for sure he got a lot of influence on his method.
Right.
But this head coach also he had his own stuff, and he's trying to put new things, probably adding with all stuff that he got.
Right. How similar is this system to what Mike D'Antoni runs in New York last year in Phoenix? Some people have compared it to that. Is there any similarities at all?
I can tell you because, for example, I know Mike D'Antoni when he was coaching in Benetton, and I know what he was doing. But on the NBA, I'm not following NBA, so I can't tell you. But for sure, Mike D'Antoni knows what is European basketball, and probably he got some things that we are using, but I tell you, we are not paying a lot of attention to NBA right now.
Right. One of the things that makes you guys unique, at least in my opinion, is the fact that you guys really raise your own players. You have a great farm system. What kind of fundamentals do you try to instill in your young players?
Okay, first of all, here Badalona is a city where children grow up thinking that basketball is first. So it's not really common in Europe because everybody thinks that soccer is the first. But here basketball is the most important thing. So children start to learn that basketball is the main thing here. Then we have a lot of teams, a lot of youngers, a lot of good coaches on the with the young teams. And basically what they teach is a lot of fundamentals. They practice a lot of times during the week. Most of the young guys with some, let's say, that they are good prospects, they have specific coaches also that they work individually with shooting or with dribbling. And most of the good players, they are also doubling. So you can find a younger, 12, 13-year-old who's playing with 2 teams. So he knows a lot from different ages, different coaches. And I think that is more about what they are seeing every day. Probably the style that the team is showing is the same one that you're going to see on the mini, on the young ones. And I think that this is good because you're showing them style, and people can have a look for identity a lot of times, and they don't find it. Here you can see that.
Right. What kind of players do you guys look for? Any specific characteristics, or like character, versatility, three-point shooting, that kind of stuff?
I think that this, it's difficult to say because every coach got their own personality. But I think that here, I think the most important thing is that the player who must come, he must understand the game because he will mix. He will mix with young players that they really understand the game. Probably they don't have, especially talent like okay, we have in the past Raúl, we have Rudy, or we have Ricky now, but it's difficult to have always this kind of talent, you know.
Right.
So the most important thing is try to mix with the Americans or the foreigners or Bosman players that they're coming with these ones that they really have a good acknowledgement of the game, you know, and try to mix them in order to make, basket with a lot of fundamentals and thinking about, try to grow up as a player, as a team. Not just it's not just about winning; it's about knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it.
Right. Wow, we got a little power outage. It reminds you of last night at halftime.
Yeah, it looks like.
How are you guys able to lose Rudy and this year Ricky for most of the season, and then Mensah Bonsu, and almost the team didn't miss a beat? How were you guys able to accomplish that?
Yeah, I think that okay. Obviously, when you lose a player like this, the team feel it. The team feel it. We felt when we have lost Bobs, and also when Ricky was not playing, we missed them for sure. And also every year that we are missing a player, it's difficult because we are not a team that we can compete with the top, let's say, budget in Europe in order to sign good players. So we really have to scout well and try to find this kind of player that we are telling you. You know, this kind of player who really can come here to not just to be a star, because here we believe in 10 players that they will give us 100% of intensity, and some of these good players that can really help us, because they don't feel that must be like this, you know. Most of the foreigners that they want to come here, they want to play 30 minutes, score 20 points. Here, this is not our first option. Our mentality is that everybody will play, everybody will practice, so we make no difference between players. You know?
Right. One last question, since I know you have to go, but can you tell us how important Ricky is to this system? I know that he's come back, to start playing now. What does that mean for you guys, having him back?
Okay, we still can say a lot of things for Ricky, because this season he almost couldn't play. Even the last 2 games that he just showed up, it was 2 minutes, and yesterday 8 minutes. So he still is not ready to help us in the way that he really can help us. But at least we got an extra rotation now. This is good for us, but probably in a while, and maybe it can be 1 month, he will be on his best moment, and then I think people will be impressed. He's a pure talent, but also he's a guy that is so mature on his age, and he really he understands the game in a different way. You know, it's a special player. He's really a special player. He's this kind of player that, let's say, is not a shooter at all, but maybe you want to win a game and you have to score an incredible 3. Maybe you have to pass the ball on him, because he got something. He got something special. That's for sure.
Is it discouraging for you guys at all to see a guy like Rudy, you develop him and he leaves, and Ricky probably eventually one day the same thing? Hank Norrell, you guys have invested a lot of money in him. Is that disappointing for you guys?
I'm not saying it's disappointing. I'm saying that this is the way of life, and this is the way it is. And you have to adapt to this. This is the market. This is you can't control that. I think that coaches and clubs, they really have to work hard in order to keep these prospects. But you know that one day, if you are not the powerful one, you will lose it. So you have to continue working in order to make more future stars, and also to look for new ones who really can help us to continue doing that. But again, this is life, so we cannot complain for that. We cannot look for excuses every time we lose a player, and just keep working.
Right. Coach, I want to thank you for your time, and best of luck the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.